Well, good morning. I needed some place to store my firewood out of the snow. So I'm going to put a little awning coming out from the back side of my shop. I finished the eave up there because I knew I wouldn't be able to get to it once I get this eave up, this awning up. So it's going to sit where I put that white board, and then it'll come out about 6.5 feet. And I bought these cement blocks at Home Depot. And some lumber. And I'll show how that comes together. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I had to do is I got my board up there. I wanted to make sure that I was square with my blocks before I get started. So I took these 4x4s and laid them out so that they were the equal distance from there to there, and from here to here. And then I measured from this corner right here to that corner, and then I did the same thing from that corner to that corner, and that is square now. So I'm pretty confident now that my blocks are at the right distance and they are square with the shed. So that's where I'm at so far. Okay, and then I put a board across the end right there to make sure that that two posts are pretty much level. It's totally irrelevant because you're going to cut your post to height anyway, but that's just the way I roll. So, alright, my posts are set. I am going to start building. Okay, I got my post up, got them plumbed. You want to make sure everything's square and plumb when you first start, because it will save you in the end. So now I'm going to put my brackets up here on 16-inch centers. Alright, I got my brackets up, 16-inch centers. So that board is 8 feet, 96 inches long. And just so you know, when you divide that by 16, it comes in 16. It comes out to 6. You always got to add 1 because it never factors in the very first one. So whenever you're buying hardware and you want to calculate how many things you want on 16-inch centers, you always have to add 1, or she'll be running back to the hardware store. So anyway, now I got those up. Now I'm gonna run a board from that first one over here to my post and mark the height and how many inches I want to drop. And of course I want as many inches as I possibly can and still walk underneath this so that the snow doesn't pile up here in the wintertime, but it'll keep my wood dry. Okay, I'm ready to put I got the hardware up there. I'm ready to put the beam on the post, and I'll show you when I get that done. Okay, I got the beam up. Got one truss up. Now I just got to calculate where my eave trim is going to go, because I want my panel, my roof panel, to extend past my eave trim 1.5 inches. So I'll measure that out, get that cut, and then I bought some hurricane brackets that will go up here like that. so the wind doesn't lift that roof up. So I'll show you after I make my cuts and get the rafters up before I install the roofing. Okay, I got the plywood on it now. Probably gonna get done today. I will put some felt on it tomorrow, then put the metal on it, and it'll be complete. Life is good. Okay, next step. I put down this weather sealant right here. It's kind of a thermal protection. Also helps dampen sound. But the most important thing I use it for is insects, so that insects don't get up underneath between the roof and the metal. That's what I use it for. It's not required. I just do it. Alright, I got my panels laid up here. And the reason why, I usually do one at a time, but I did all three because I didn't want to have to cut this edge. But I wanted to make sure that they would evenly, if I could just overlap. See this panel right here? It overlaps from here to here. So by doing that, it allows me not to have to cut that edge. This stuff is hard to cut. If you're a tin snipper, they'd go right through this stuff. Those guys are good. But I'm not a tin snipper, so if I can prevent from snipping, I'll do it. So anyway, that's up there. I just get it screwed down, and you can see how that seal. As I screw this down into that eave. That's it. Okay, the panels are screwed down, and wherever there's a stitch, I put screws on all the stitches. That's it. It's down. Woohoo! There it is, completed. Woohoo! I got shelter for my firewood now. Anyway, that's the process, living up here on the mountain. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and keep moving forward.